Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, a few years ago we put together this little WooCommerce site here, and we were just showcasing the Woo modules that you get with Divi. We installed WooCommerce, added products, and built this whole site here. It's still working fine, but a few things have changed with Divi since then. So today I'm going to show you how to create a shop page really easily, and we'll be using the Divi Woo modules to do this today. So let's get started. I'm going to start a new page. Call it what you will. I'm going to call mine my new shop. And we're going to use the Divi builder. I'm going to go ahead and build from scratch. In mine, I'm just going to have my items. I'm going to keep this very simple today. Now we've got our column. I'm going to roll all the way down to the bottom. And we'll find the Woo modules button right here. If we click on this, it'll give us WooCommerce modules that they've got listed here. And there's some great ones, and we've built sites using these before. We're going to use Woo products. This is the new shop module. It used to be called Woo shop, but it's Woo products now. And as you go in there, it's going to chuck in whatever it wants in there. And here's various items I got in my shop. For anybody that doesn't realize, you have to have these set up before you find anything happening here. If we go down to the dashboard and down to products, you'll see that I've got a bunch of products in here, and they've got various categories. If you want to learn how to do that, take a look at our e-commerce. In fact, I'll put the link that we built this whole site to just down below, and it takes you through the whole thing of adding products and what have you. Anyway, let's get back to our little shop here. As you can see, it's added in what it wants to add in there. You can decide what you want to have in there. You can go for product categories: top rated, best selling, sale products, featured products, latest. Let's go for categories. Like I say, I've got plenty of categories, and they'll all appear just down here. Let's say we're going to have on sale and fashion, and also dresses perhaps. Great. So once you put in the categories that you want there, we can roll down a little bit. Column layout, you can decide whether you want to have 4, which is the default right here. I'm going to change mine to 3. On desktop, of course, they'll stack on mobile. You can sort it the way you want. Menu order, popularity, rating, date, oldest, etc. right here. I'm going to leave mine just as it is right there. You can actually choose how many columns you want to show in the product count back up the top here. Set to 12. It's 3, 6, 9. Only got 9 products there. I think I've got more than that in those categories. Let's try putting 12 in there. 3, 6, 9, 12. We've got 12 in there now. Fantastic. Elements, you can choose what you want. You can show the name, so show the image, price, rating, if there is one, and a sale badge. We've got a sale badge right there. Obviously, turn any of these off if you don't want to see those. If I turn sale badge off, that little purple badge is now gone. Turn it back on. It's back for us. Don't really want to put a background in there. If we put a background in there, it's going to cover our little items like that. But if you did put a background in there, you could give it a bit of padding so it's got a bit of breathing room. Over in the design tab, spacing, we just give it 30 pixels all around. Just put in the 30, it'll put in the pixels. Hit the chain, it'll do the opposite side. The same for left and right. It's got a little bit of breathing room there. But I can't see my prices. I'm going to take that little background away there. And we'll return this to how it was. If you do something with Divi, you don't like what you've done, simply delete it. It'll go back to the default for you. And we'll go back to our background. Get rid of that color. Fantastic. Okay. If we move over to the design tab now, you can put an overlay over your images if you want to. That includes an icon there. Overlay background color. Well, let's go with a blue. As you can see, that's got a blue overlay now. And we can make that icon perhaps white. And if you wanted to see part of that picture through there, just click on the color. You can bring this opacity slightly down, the variegated one. I roll over it now, you'll see that image bleeding through the blue color. Something like that. That's entirely up to you. And you can change the icon here to whatever you want. Put an eyeball in there now. You'll see that it's got that eyeball. For me, I don't particularly want those. So I'm going to make everything transparent. Once you do that, there's nothing there. Fantastic. We roll down a little bit. Well, we've actually got the image. You can give it rounded corners if you want to. I'm happy with mine the way they were. If you want to give them a border, you can do so here. You can give them all round border, top, right, bottom or left. We just wanted to put a border on the bottom. 5 pixels. Make it green perhaps. You can do that. Nice little feature right there. And also you can add a little box shadow if you want to lift it off the page a little bit. Moving on down, you can change your shadow colors and everything like that. We've not got any star ratings here, so I'll skip over that. But if you did, you could do the color of the stars and the size, etc. We do have sale badge text. Now we've got that right here. I roll up a little bit more. Click on the sale badge text there. Sale badge color. I've got mine written with CSS. I've done these. Like I say, if you watch that e-commerce playlist there, I'll show you how to style everything any way you want. But let's make our sale badge. Well, we use that same green as we use for the underline perhaps. And you've got margins and padding, so you can move this pretty much wherever you want it. If you wanted it further down from the top, just add a value in there. And it pushes it down. Further over from the right, put a value in there. You can move it that way with a margin. If you want it to be deeper or fatter, let's just delete these. If I put some on the top now, you'll see it adds a bit to the top there. Same for bottom left and right, obviously. Let's just put that back how it was. Fantastic. You can choose whatever font you want to use by clicking on the default there. And Divi's got a crazy amount of fonts. Once you use one, it'll put it up in the recently used up here so you can find it again easy. But to audition one, just roll over it. It'll give you an example of that font. I'm going to leave mine on the default there. Of course, you can capitalize it, italicize it, upper and lower capitals, underline, or strike through if you want to. And I'll leave mine just as it is. And you can use combinations of all of these. Text color, obviously, you can change it to whatever color you want there. And keep mine on the white. And you can increase or decrease the size, letter spacing, and line height, and text shadow. At the moment, we've not got any text shadow. It's quite a good idea on buttons to use a bit of text shadow because it will give it a little bit more definition there. And you can vary the strength and everything down here. Moving on down, we've got no border, but again, you can put a border on any of these things. If you just wanted to put a border on the bottom of this, select the bottom one, give it the amount of border that you want. And you've got a little white border on the bottom of there. And of course, you can change that color to whatever you want to. We've got a little bit of box shadow here you can add. We were using the all round before. We're just going to leave it on that one right there, I think. And obviously, you can change the vertical and horizontal position. If we want it to go up or down, we can just change that so it's more pronounced there. Blur strength is going to spread it out a little bit more. Spread strength, so make it all round a little bit more. You can change it exactly how you want it there. Okay, we've got our text here. And we've got our title text. Well, we've got a title text there. Again, you can change that to anything you want. I'm going to leave mine on the default. Let's perhaps capitalize it. I don't want it underlined. We'll make it a little bit bigger. Let's make it 18 pixels perhaps. And if you wanted to, you could change the color of it, style it any way you want. Moving on down, we got our price text. Here's our price. Let's change that to a white perhaps. Gonna roll down. And at the moment, I've got some CSS dictating the shape of the price text down there, but we can override it right here. And if you want your price in the middle, you can just hit it like that. So let's take our price up a little bit. Letter spacing is fine. I'm going to take that text shadow off this particular one. I'm going to roll past text shadow. And we got our sale price text there. I'm going to leave that just like it is. Now, if you wanted to change the background, like I say, when I built this site, I've got those being built with CSS. If we go over to our advanced here, we'll go to custom CSS, module elements. If we roll down, we've got before, after, product, on sale, image, overlay, title, rating container, star rating, price, and old price. So we can change the background here if you want to. We'll say background. Let's say red, argument's sake. We've got a red background there. Now I've got a huge border radius on that, making it rounded. If we change that to border dash radius, I'm going to give it 5 pixels, colon, 5px. We've got our rounded buttons there. We can make it bigger or smaller by changing the padding. We'll do padding. Let's have 5 pixels top and bottom, and 10 pixels left and right. As you can see, turn those into little buttons there. If you wanted to have rounded buttons, we could up the radius, border radius there, to maybe 50. That will give it nice rounded corners there. We've got those little pill-shaped buttons there. And you can go onto your heart's content. If you wanted to change the color of our sale price there, let's just copy our background. Old price. Let's change that to a black. And you've got a different color for that one now. So you can actually style this exactly how you want it. And as we've done that and put those in the middle, let's put our title text in the middle there too. If you hit the little pencil associated with it, it'll take you straight to the design part for it. All I need to do is pop that in the middle. Fantastic. There's a very easy way of building a shop page with what was the shop module from Divi is now the Woo Products module. And you've got a nice little page in no time at all. Let's save our changes, make sure this is going to work on the front end. We'll exit the Visual Builder. And there we have it. We've got no overlay, but we've got that little box shadow just popping in. There's our products. Here's the sale products with a little sale badge with the underline and the text shadow there. We put our little buttons in the middle. We've got different colors for the sale price and the old price. And we got our little title in the middle there. Really easy to do, and as you can see, you can come up with some nice features. I will put the full build for this site. It's a little old now, it's a couple of years old, but WooCommerce still works perfectly. I've got it on all kind of different sites for clients, and there's some great little tips on that one. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video like this one. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.